Hello, our beloved viewers. Welcome to the 9 p.m. English News Edition brought to you live from RTD channel. Let's begin with the top stories. And in Ubud region, launch of the Red Sea Cultural Forum. The Minister of National Education takes part in the World Education Forum in London, Great Britain. And on the international news, Al Auda Hospital bombed in Gaza Strip. Those were the top stories, and welcome back in our newsroom. At the end of 72-hour official visit, the president of Somaliland, Abdurrahman Mohamed Abdullahi, and his delegation departed the capital this afternoon. And upon his departure at Djibouti International Airport, he was warmly received with full honor by the Minister of Finance in charge of Industry, Ilyas Musa Dawale, the Minister of Communication in charge of Post and Telecommunication, Wadwan Abdullahi Bahdan, the Minister of Infrastructure and Transport, Hassan Hamed, and the Secretary General of the government, Al-Mis Mohamed Abdullahi. President Abdullahi held a brief meeting in the VIP lounge at the airport with several members of the Djiboutian government in the presence of officials from both sides. He was then honored by a guard of honor from the Republican Guard before boarding his plane, when he was farewelled by Djiboutian officials. Let's not forget that President Abdurrahman Mohamed Abdullahi led a high-level delegation during this 72-hour working visit at the presidential palace. He was received by the President of the Republic, less noted. And still with the national news, and now concerning the Hajj, a journey of faith and transformation for Djiboutian pilgrims, a sacred moment, a religious duty, and above all, an intense spiritual quest. Every year, millions of Muslims converge upon the holy sites of Islam, answering the divine call. And among them are pilgrims from Djibouti, guided by faith and hope. Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, an obligation for those who are physically and financially able. It is typically performed once in a lifetime, but for many it becomes a life-changing spiritual milestone. Most Djiboutian pilgrims have now settled in Mecca and have successfully completed the Umrah in favorable conditions. Djiboutian pilgrims express overwhelming emotion, gratitude to the Almighty first, and deep spiritual reflection. They also praise the official Hajj delegation dispatched by the Ministry of Islamic Affairs and Waqf Properties for its unwavering support and guidance throughout the pilgrimage. I left my family, my job, but my soul is at peace. This is a dream come true, said one of Djiboutian pilgrim with tears in his eyes. When you step on this blessed land, you feel everything change. You will purified, renew, rejoice. Another Djiboutian pilgrim. In the coming days, the pilgrims will continue their spiritual journey as they prepare for the key stages of the Hajj, especially the departure to Mina and the profound gathering on Mount Arafat. And it was on the top stories. Ubud hosted grand opening of the Red Sea Cultural Forum. The region of Ubud was transformed last night into a vibrant hub of culture and dialogue as it hosted the official launch of the Red Sea Cultural Forum, an event held under the high patronage of Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed. The opening ceremony, both solemn and celebratory, marked the beginning of a forum dedicated to intercultural dialogue, the preservation of maritime heritage, and the promotion of the diverse cultural identities of the Red Sea region. The event unfolded in a warm and a festive atmosphere. Soft lighting highlighted a venue adorned in traditional colors, creating an immersive and elegant setting. Traditional, as you can see on the screen, performances including local music, dance, and folklore added rhythm and soul to the evening, delighting both guests and participants.
ku soo dhawaada walaalayaal nabad iyo calool fayooy ay ku soo dhawaada walaalayaal barwaaqiyo niyad samii inkiigayay nikunaba kul salar xiba xayular xiba inkiigayay nikunaba kul salar xiba xayular xiba أرحبا أرحبا يا أرحبا 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 الرسول أحيي قلنا بالرسول أهعمني قلنا بك إلا إلوا يا عبل مري رسول أرحبا 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 الرسول.
And the opening night of the Red Sea Cultural Forum in Oboch began to thunder with applause as the first performers took the stage and immediately captivated the audience with heartfelt and powerful acts.
كل كحك حكو فنكحي علي دي سي بداي مطن بعد الكوحي لكل مطن
يا بيجن عظمة كمينو حيو حريمة كتا 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 حريقو كتا كتا حبادي سالي كتا كتا كتا
And beginning the series of speeches, the Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Ulufa Ismail Abdo, emphasized the importance of the event as a platform for connection and cultural transmission. She noted that the Red Sea Cultural Forum was not merely an artistic celebration but a meaningful commitment to solidarity, cultural diversity, and dialogue among peoples. The minister also expressed her belief that culture plays a vital role in strengthening social ties, connecting generations and communities through a shared memory. She said she was deeply moved to witness how arts and cultural heritage could serve as bridges across the shores of the Red Sea, fostering mutual understanding and peace. For her part, the Minister of Youth and Culture, Hibo Mumin Asowi, did not fail to highlight the historic significance of the venue hosted the forum, proudly recalling that Oboch region, the country's first capital, hold a powerful place in Djibouti's national memory. She did not fail to express pride in seeing this historic city become, for the duration of the event, a hub for a cultural exchange and intercultural dialogue. In her address, the minister stated that culture is innate, naturally present in every individual and passed down from generation to generation. And she finally concluded by commending the dedication of youth and artisans, key actors in cultural transmission, and called for continued effort to promote and preserve the cultures of the Red Sea region through inclusive and lasting initiatives. And the Secretary of State for Sport, Hassan Mohammed Kamil, praised the organization of the Red Sea Cultural Forum, which he described as a key event for the region, bringing together a culture enthusiasts, artists, intellectuals, researchers, and heritage stakeholders. He emphasized that this initiative goes beyond discipline by placing culture, youth, and sport at the heart of regional cohesion. In his remarks, he stressed the natural connection between culture and sports, both of which carry universal values such as respect, solidarity, transmission, and collective effort. And according to the minister, these two domains play a complementary role in shaping identity, fostering peace, and strengthening social unity across the sub-region. And Minister Kamil also encouraged young people to embrace their cultural heritage while remaining open to exchange and diversity, affirming that youth is a driving force behind any sustainable cultural movement. And this morning, Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed attended the second day of the Red Sea Cultural Forum in Oboh, accompanied by several members of the government, reaffirming the national commitment to culture and regional cooperation. And before officially opening the day's session, which included a conference and open debate on cultural issues across the Red Sea region, Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed and his ministerial delegation toured the various exhibition stands set up as part of the forum. This visit showcased local craftsmanship, regional cultural traditions, and grassroots initiatives that celebrate and preserve the identity of the peoples of the Red Sea region. Warmly welcomed by local authorities and event organizers, the officials commended the quality and richness of the displays as well as the high-level participations. The Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed stressed that this forum serves as a crucial platform for promoting a national cultural heritage, reinforcing regional dialogue, and highlighting the historical significance of Oboh region, the cradle of modern Djiboutian history. And as part of the Red Sea Cultural Forum, a series of debates and conferences took place Thursday morning in the Ar-Rahma Hall in Oboh, attended by Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, several government members, as well as cultural actors, researchers, and international guests. The discussions focus on a key theme, including the preservation of intangible heritage, cultural cooperation among Red Sea communities, and the strategic role of culture in regional development and intercultural dialogue. The diverse and insightful interventions highlighted the richness and variety of cultural expression in the region, while emphasizing the need for a joint commitment to preserve, promote, and pass on cultural heritage to future generations. The Ar-Rahma Hall of Oboh region become a true crossroads of ideas, reflections where ancestral traditions and modernity came together in the service of knowledge, a shared memory, and enhanced regional cooperations.
Mari Rasul. Aku sordawada walalial nabade iyo alul fayoy.
Let's go to London now, where the Djiboutian delegation, composed of the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mustafa Mohamed Mahmoud, Nim'a Hassan Ismail, Director General of CFEN, Abdul Qadir Dahir Adan, National Education Inspector, and Ayan Osman Abrara, Technical Advisor, arrived in London on Sunday, May 18, to participate in the forum, which ran until May 21st. The World Education Forum is the largest annual gathering of education ministers and experts worldwide. It provides a unique platform for networking and peer learning, enabling ministers from across the globe to discuss the most pressing challenges in education. This year's theme, from stability to growth, building together stronger, bolder, and better education, guided the discussion throughout the 4-day event. Organized around 5 key pillars: stability, equity, quality, innovation, and growth. The forum featured plenary sessions, parallel workshops, and thematic briefings. Participants included government representatives, international organizations, curriculum developers, and private sector experts as well. The debates were enriched by presentations of research and shared experience from participating countries. Notably, the Jewish concept, My School, My Belonging, implemented in all MENFOP schools, drew significant countries. It resonated with the UK's Belonging Programme developed by the Education Policy Innovation Centre of the UK Department for Education, which aims to reduce school dropout rates. And starting Sunday, May 18, the Jewish delegation took part also in several official events aimed at fostering exchanges and partnerships in the education sector. The same afternoon, at the prestigious Queen Elizabeth II Center, a welcome reception was held, providing a first opportunity to meet with specialized organizations and key stakeholders in education. Earlier Monday morning, Minister Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud Laki's counterpart from around the world attended a welcome breakfast dedicated to African ministers, organized by the British government in partnership with the British Council and British Expertise International. The event aimed to connect African ministerial departments with the regional director of the British Council, British government officials, and various educational organizations from the host country. Another highlight was the delegation's participation in the official reception held by Her Majesty's government at Lancaster House on the evening of Monday, May 19, 2025. And during their stay in London, the Jewish delegation had the opportunity to visit 2 outstanding educational institutions. The first, a technical high school, is notable for its high success rate in apprentice job placement. The second, a combined middle and high school, has had a very positive impact on the local economy and safety, primarily serving a student from disadvantaged and immigrant backgrounds. The remarkable academic achievements of these students have earned some of them scholarships to prestigious universities such as Cambridge and Oxford. And during this visit, the delegation met world-renowned athletic star Mo Farah, who presented a project close to his heart, the establishment of a sports scholarship academy of excellence within one of those schools. The goal is to identify and develop students' athletic talent while providing a strong academic framework so that they can fully realize their potential. Let's come back now to the country. On Thursday, May 22nd, the Naval Training Center of the Jewish Coast Guard, located at the Dorali camp, hosted the closing ceremony of a series of training sessions attended by over 70 Coast Guard personnel. The ceremony was held under the high patronage of Hassan Hamad Ibrahim, Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment, and presided over by Colonel Wa'as Omar Bakore, commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard. Distinguished guests were present, including Army Corps General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, Chief of the General Staff of the Djiboutian Army Forces, Commissioner Colonel Mohammed Elmi Moussa, Special Chief of Staff to the President of the Republic, Colonel Paul Duplay, Commanding Officer of the 5th Infantry and Naval Support Regiment, and the representative of the JICA office in Djibouti. And this event highlighted the importance of reinforcing the operational capabilities of the Coast Guard, a key force for maritime security and national sovereignty. And the series of professional training sessions in the field of maritime security and safety, which concluded with this ceremony, included several essential modules, including both piloting training aimed at preparing future navigators to fully commit to ensuring the continuity and succession of security and safety mission in the maritime domain. Marine radio transmission and communication training are vital for maintaining effective contact with Coast Guard patrol teams during their mission. Weapons training focus on mastering on-board weapon systems, which are key components of the Coast Guard operational capabilities. The ceremony continued with the awarding of certificates and rank insignia to the majors of the different specialties who successfully completed this training cycle. It concluded with a group photo to commemorate the memorable day, and the speeches opened with a representative of the trainees who emphasized the importance of access to such training program, which significantly contribute to reinforcing the knowledge and skills of the institution's staff. And Colonel Wa'as Omar Bakore, commander of the Djiboutian Coast Guard, then took the floor to emphasize the crucial importance of the training program, which play an essential role in the professionalization and skills development of the institution staff. He recalled that training is one of the cornerstones of the development and performance of the Djiboutian Coast Guard. In this regard, he highlighted the central role of the Naval Training Center, an emblematic place that embodies this commitment, and its honor to host this closing session. This training are not only a guarantee of technical expertise, but also a vector of discipline, rigor, and dedication in service to the nation, he stated. He finally concluded by urging all personnel to continue striving for excellence to ensure maritime security and protect our borders with determination and pride. And the series of speeches concluded with an address by Hassan Hamad Ibrahim, Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment. In a speech marked by a great insight, the minister strongly reaffirmed the strategic importance of this training program, which serve as a fundamental pillars for strengthening security and safety in the national maritime domain, particularly in the critical areas of Bab el-Mandeb, the Red Sea, and the Gulf of Aden. He emphasized the need to continue this training effort to maintain a highly qualified personnel capable of meeting the complex challenges of maritime security. The minister also called for enhanced regional and international cooperation to ensure a better protection of our shared maritime spaces. Let's head now to Egypt, where Ambassador Ahmed Ali Barre, representing the Republic of Djibouti in Egypt as a permanent representative to the League of Arab States, participated in the 26th session of the Sino-Arab Cooperation Forum and the 9th session of the Strategic Political Dialogue at the senior officials level held in Rabat on May 21st, 2025. And during this meeting, he emphasized Djibouti's support for strengthening Sino-Arab relations across all sectors, highlighting China's crucial role in resolving regional conflict, particularly the Palestinian issue. He called for an immediate ceasefire and the lifting of restriction in Gaza, urging China to use its political influence to end the crisis. And as part of his official visit to Qatar, Colonel Mohammed Jama' Douali, commander of the Djiboutian Republican Guard, conducted a series of technical and institutional exchanges in Doha on May 22nd. The day began at the Close Protection Training Center of the Amiri Guard School, where the colonel and his delegation witnesses advanced demonstration, including tactical intervention, VIP protection, explosive threats response, and a precision shooting exercise. This immersion showcased the Amiri Guard's operational expertise and paved the way for future collaboration in specialized training. The delegation also visited the Amiri Guard Equestrian training stable, learning about its mission, horse training, and breed used. Djibouti took part in the 40th Arab Media Conference on Climate Change held for the first time in Baghdad instead of its usual venue in Tunis. Represented by Mahad Abdi Roble, Djibouti radio and television joined over 150 reporters, journalists, and experts from various Arab and international countries, organized by the Arab States Broadcasting Union and the Iraqi Media Network. The conference focused on the media role in fighting against climate change. Discussion centered on understanding climate causes and risks, media challenges, international cooperation and training as well. Two workshops also highlighted the use of artificial intelligence and early warning systems in environmental journalism. The official opening gathered several senior Iraqi and Arab officials. Let's turn now to the international news. Israel bombed Al-Auda hospital in northern Gaza. The strikes caused fires and significant damage according to hospital officials. Dini tells us more.
Thursday, Israel bombed Al-Auda hospital in the Tel al-Zatar area in the northern Gaza. The strikes triggered fires and caused significant damage, according to hospital officials. The hospital's director, Mohammed Salha, stated that fuel tanks and medical supplies were destroyed in the attack. Israeli forces also targeted the hospital's water reservoirs and set fire to the outpatient clinics, according to Rafat Ali Al-Majlawi, director of the Al-Wada Community and Health Association.
ECOWAS has set up a common weather system for all its member states. Dini's comments.
The Islamic Community of West African States has adopted a unified meteorological system for member states to support efforts in adapting to and mitigating the effects of climate change. Currently, about 2.5% of the annual budget is allocated to climate resilience initiatives in the sub-region. Participants at the 14th meeting of the Committee of Directors of Hydrological and Meteorological Services held in Abuja, Nigeria on May 19, 2025, committed to launching regional initiatives to prepare for climate change impacts and mitigate its negative effects on food security in the states.
The WHO passed two key resolutions to support Palestine amid a serious health crisis. Details in this report.
The decision described as historic, the World Health Organization General Assembly adopted two resolutions in favor of the state of Palestine. The first pertains to Palestine's full adherence to the international health regulations, while the second addresses the dramatic deterioration of the health situation in the occupied Palestinian territories, including East journalism. The first resolution, supported by 112 countries with only 2 opposing votes, Israel and Hungary, and 19 abstentions, marks a major step forward for Palestine. It grants Palestine the same rights as other member states in terms of international cooperation on health emergencies, epidemics, and pandemics, as well as access to WHO technical and scientific support.
So that's it for tonight news. Thanks for being with us and have a good time.